Hey everybody, welcome back to My Horror. Let's go ahead and get started because I have something going on upstairs and I want to make sure I can get to it before Carly goes to bed. So I'll tell you why in just a second, but go ahead and get this all finished. Okay, so like I said, I want to watch something with my wife in just a little bit after I'm done with this video. We're in the process of finishing the Hill House TV show on Netflix, and it's given me a lot of anxiety if I watch it by myself because it's very scary. And so I told Carly, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to shoot this video, then I want to go back up and we can watch Hill House together. I claim it's because I want to build up our relationship as a couple, but really it's because I don't want to get scared the crap out of. And so, yeah, welcome to My Horror. I went ahead and saw another movie off of my list. This is from the original 15, not one that I've changed over time. But it is a Greek horror film recommended by my friend Dave McAvoy, who's really huge into the foreign horror film movie business. And so he knows a lot about that stuff. But he recommended this movie to me, and it's known as Dogtooth. Okay, and it's an example that I feel like a lot of parents should watch this movie because it's an example of how you should not parent your child. It takes helicopter parenting to a whole new level. You got this mom and dad. I don't think you actually find out who any of the names are in this movie, but this mom and dad are overprotective. They live in this very fancy house that seems to be surrounded by it's a fairly decent sized yard. But this big yard that has this massive fence that surrounds the entire home, basically. And it prevents the kids from seeing anything that goes on outside of the home. And so, like I said, they're helicopter parents, very protective. They have 3 kids, and you don't know what their names are, but the oldest is a son, and then you have the 2 younger girls. But these parents, they're not very good at their job. What they've done is they've raised their kids, but they've never let them leave the confines of their own home. They've never let them leave the yard. And so these kids, they look like full-grown adults, but they're behaving as children because that's all that they know. And the parents are so protective. There's one part of the movie where the son, he found a couple flowers, or no, I take that back. The son heard about a word called zombie, and the mom and dad did not want them to know what a zombie is. They're so overprotective. So when the son's like, what's a zombie? The parents are like, oh, it's a kind of flower outside, and it looks like this. And so later on in the movie, when the son's mowing the lawn, he yells, he's like, Mom, I have 2 zombies over here. You want me to bring them to you? And just weird crap like that. And so it's very interesting. I just wanted to highlight a couple of those things. So yeah, these 3 kids, they're living in this house, and the whole movie is very, A to B. I don't think there's really much of an intense storyline here. It's just showing, these kids have never left the house, and they are bored out of their gourd. They don't know what to do. They're coming up with the most ridiculous games. And one of the hardest things to see with these kids, because they're so bored, and all of them at this point are emerging into young adulthood or, adulthood. And, there seems to be a lot of sexual frustration going on with these people. And, if they never learn anything, they start to figure things out in really weird ways. So it's a European film, so I'll let your mind wander with that one. But it's just really, really funny, all the stuff that they go through. And the parents, they have this system that they use to teach their kids. Kind of like it's positive and negative reinforcement. When their kids do things that are right, or, they listen to the parents, they get stickers. They get stickers. I can't remember what they even look like, but, when the kids get them, they are ecstatic. It's like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. But if they don't do what the parents ask, then they get beat in the head. Or in one instance, the daughter catches the dad's. She ends up watching one of the dad's Rocky videotapes in his room when he wasn't looking. And when she approaches him about it, or she tries to, pretend like she's getting punched like Rocky, she put juice in her mouth and she would punch herself and it would spit out. The dad got furious, because there's no way it's evil that these kids would want to see a movie. And so what he did is he took the Rocky VHS tape, he strapped it to his hand, and then he started beating his daughter with the videotape. I mean, maybe I should start using that as a discipline for my child. Only maybe I'll get like a fluffy book instead, so it's all padded. No, I'm a good dad, guys. I would never do that. But it's just, this movie is so bizarre. But in a weird way, it's kind of like, I don't know if any of you have seen Terry Gilliam's Tideland, but it's a lot like that in the sense that, the girl in Tideland is actually a small girl. But the whole movie in Thailand, you're watching the movie and you're seeing her story unravel, and you have to see everything through the eyes of a child, like how bizarre, how confusing the world is. And so even though the kids in this movie, they're grown up, you have to realize you're seeing their world through their eyes, which is why everything is so bizarre. Like, they are 25, maybe 26 years old, and they're finally realizing how to play house. So watch this movie. I think parents should watch this movie and realize, wow, maybe I need to step back. Like, this is the father from Finding Nemo taking it way too far. Okay, we get it, your guppies died. But one such scene I really wanted to talk to you guys about. It was the parents' wedding anniversary, and the kids wanted to, the dad wanted to celebrate, so they had the kids put balloons all over the house. He wanted them to, make this big party setting. And the son was playing the guitar, and the two daughters were like, we've come up with a dance for you. Do you want to see it? So, and I swear, it's like this 5-minute scene of these two girls dancing. I'll demonstrate for you. I know I can't dance, but I mean, look at me. I'm white, so of course I can't dance. But they do stuff like this, like they're getting possessed, and then like that. It looks like they're the bad guys from Dodgeball when they go. That's the dumbest thing I've ever done. But it's just super silly. And then halfway through the song, the younger daughter's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Can I stop? And the parents are like, yeah, come on down. But then the one daughter keeps going. She starts doing the whole flash dance, shaking the legs, the flash dance thing. And then she starts pointing at random objects as she's dancing, like she's trying to be cool. Like, it's so bizarre. I want you guys to see this, and then you can tell me what you think of it. But the parents, they have this hope that one day they'll be able to leave the house, and the parents told them that once their dog teeth, I think that's it. If you're a dentist watching this, I think that's it. If not, I'm sorry guys, I'm not a dentist. But if when their dog teeth fall out, then they'll be able to finally leave the confines of the house. And so, which kind of sets up for the ending. And so I'm going to let you guys find that out, but it was definitely an interesting movie. It's not that I didn't like it. I thought it was very, very well made. But, I mean, I'm sure even Dave McAvoy can understand. This is one of those movies that's excellent when you first watch it, and it is still great, and I'm sure it'd be great for subsequent viewings. But it's not a film that is likely to be viewed repetitively. And so I would go ahead and give you guys my recommendation. I had to rent this one on YouTube, so you can find it there. But Dogtooth, go check it out. If you're thinking about having kids, don't do that. And so I'm attaching videos. I think maybe they're going to be on this side. Go ahead and click on one of these videos. You can see some of the other stuff I've done. If you've seen any of these movies, go ahead and comment. If you have other suggestions for different movies you'd like me to talk about or give my 2 cents on, I'd love to do it. I'm always excited to find out new films from other people that I've never seen before. It helps me expand my horror encyclopedia. And so, in the meantime, until you guys find out what you want to click on, I'm going to go ahead and just sit here and read a book. So, go ahead and look, guys. I'm just here, not even reading a book. I'm just looking at pictures. Pictures are amazing. I should have gotten a thing of Activia yogurt that I can eat while reading this book for you guys. I'm not even reading the book. But I'll eat the yogurt in but in honor of my girl, Jamie Lee Curtis. That's probably why I eat Activia yogurt. It makes me feel closer to her. So if a home invader comes into my house, I can conquer them with ease. What? Alright. That's enough time. I'm sure you guys haven't clicked on it now, then you probably aren't going to. So have a good one. See ya.